Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and today we will be featuring Graptosedum Francesco Baldi, or also known as a Graptosedum Darley Sunshine. This kind of succulent is a hybrid cross between our Graptopetalum Paraguayense, or the ghost plant, and the Sedum Pachyphyllum, which is our banana succulent. Our Darley Sunshine have these beautiful looking leaves, and yung kanyang leaves are arranged as rosettes. It's characterized as having this pinkish brown na color sa kanyang leaf margin, especially when it is already stressed. And during colder months nga, it will be giving us yung parang purplish na colors. It will now depend on the temperature kung ano yung magiging itsura nung kanyang color, and at the same time they will also be giving us these yellow flowers na star shape. This kind of succulent is also very easy to grow and maintain, and it's an excellent choice for new growers or mga beginners lang sa ating mga succulents since they require very little care and yung ating maintenance. And I have here a lot of Darley Sunshine. It's really one of my favorite, so unahin natin ito. This one is a pot full of our Darley Sunshine, and I guess I have about 10 to 15 rosettes here, and hindi pa kasama doon yung mga offsets na nandoon sa pinaka-ilalim nila. It's very nice to look at if they are in clumps like this, as you would see, and at the same time you can also put them sa ating mga succulent arrangement. So from this view, you would see how symmetrical, how perfect nga yung kanyang rosettes, yung arrangement ng kanyang leaves to have this kind of look. Itong ating mga Darley Sunshine can be grown both outdoors and indoors, but syempre, if you will be choosing and you have a chance to put them outdoors, that would be best kasi they prefer nga yung ating direct sunlight. Say if you will be putting this indoors or in areas na may low light or dark areas, then it would definitely affect yung growth and overall health ng ating succulent. These ones are located sa ating rain or shine area, and this is how it would look. Ayan, so these are sun stressed, parang reddish pink to brownish. It will now depend kung saan nyo siya titignan. And for comparison purposes, I have here two different na Darley Sunshine in different lights condition. Ito is receiving yung ating full sunlight exposure, while this one is naka-partial shade lang siya. You would see na medyo greenish lang siya. It's very dull, it's very plain. Ganyan lang yung kanyang itsura since it's not stressed, while this one is showing up yung kanyang colorful na side. So it would now be your personal choice whether you prefer nga yung greenish or yung colorful na Darley Sunshine. We also need to prune itong ating mga Darley Sunshine, and we have to cut or chop off nga yung mga dead parts itong ating plants. There are times kasi na yung ating plants grow tall and yung tips of the stems can be cut out and planted separately like what we have here. Before, this is just yung kanyang flower stalk, but nagkaroon siya ng offset sa pinakadulo. So humiwala yung flower stalks and nagkaroon nga siya ng new offsets here. And since it's already hanging, so we will just simply cut it here in this area. Ayan. And for this, we can plant this separately. You would notice na medyo pa-curve yung kanyang stem, and it will be better nga if perpendicular dapat or pa-vertical yung ating stem before natin siya itanim. So we will be cutting it here again. Ayan. Itong kanyang flower, ganyan yung kanyang itsura. We also need to cut it kasi hindi pa stable itong ating newly cutted Darley Sunshine. So we can just remove this. Ayan. Further soil mix, it should be well draining, and a mixture nga ng ating sandy soil and compost would now suits best for its growth. I also added some organic material doon, some pumice stones, just to facilitate more drainage. Itong ating Darley Sunshine should also be watered to maintain nga the soil moist during the summer days. So ngayon na masyadong mainit, mabilis mag-dry yung kanilang pinaka-soil, and we really have to water them more often. So that is evident by these aerial roots kasi this is now an indication na yung ating succulent needs some more water. Kumbaga, it's not being watered for the past days, and as a way for it to cope up, nagkaroon nga siya ng aerial roots dyan to gather some moisture sa ating air, you would also see na some of the bottom leaves, nag-start na silang mag-dry, and this would definitely fall off kasi yung mga leaves na yan are their water reserve. So kung hindi sila nadiligan, they need to sacrifice nga yung mga bottom na leaves. Ang dami pa pala ditong mga aerial roots. If we won't be removing itong ating mga aerial roots dito, that would be fine kasi this would eventually harden and it could serve as an anchor dito nga sa ating Darley Sunshine. And in general, they don't prefer nga yung ating soggy or wet soil, and therefore a pot with proper drainage holes should be used when planting nga itong ating mga Darley Sunshine. These plants can be propagated through stems, seeds, or leaf cuttings, and of course, their own offsets. So as you can see here, we have 2 new offsets, and mabilis talaga magpadami itong ating mga Darley Sunshine even if na hindi natin sila i-propagate through stem cuttings or their leaves. They would just simply produce offsets on their own. Yeah, so you would see may offset tayo dyan, 1, 2, 3. Ito, malaki na tong offset. We can just simply separate it. In no time, itong ating buong pot would be covered nitong ating mga Darley Sunshine, and that is our main goal nga in making these kind of arrangement. I think I potted about 3 cuttings here, pero look at this one now. It's entirely covering yung kanilang pinaka-pot. And if, for example, you decided nga to remove itong kanyang mga leaves, it's also very simple kasi you can just twist it from left to right and mabilis na lang siya matanggal sa kanyang stem like this. Diba? Ganun lang siya kasimple. So you can propagate as many as you want. It would now depend on you. Ayan. So in just a couple of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you would be expecting na magkakaroon na kayo ng new roots and offsets out of this leaf. And yung kinat natin kanina na stem ng ating Darley Sunshine, I decided to just put it here sa likod. Ayan, itanim natin siya dyan. You can also have some stem cuttings sa kanya, like for example dito. Ayan, so nag-cut ako dyan before to propagate, and in time, magiging ganyan ang kanyang itsura. Parang nag-dry siya, which means na nag-callus over or nag-completely heal na nga yung cutting na ginawa natin dyan before. So you have to watch out for some pests like yung ating mga mealybugs, but I'm not really worried about those kind of pests, but rather I'm more worried about the succulent being exposed nga doon sa ating powdery mildew, which is a kind of fungal infection. Sometimes kasi, if the weather becomes very humid, especially dito sa Baguio during burn months, yung mga colder months na laging nahamugan yung aking mga succulent, and as a result nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga powdery mildew. So you would see in some leaves nitong ating Darley Sunshine, especially yung mga bottom na part, may mga tayo dito, mga battle scars nung kanyang mga fungal attacks before. What I did to treat itong mga ito was to apply nga yung ating Torogi Blue na broad spectrum fungicide. So it's a contact fungicide, kaya if meron na kayong mga ganyan, yung mga powdery mildew, you can just simply spray it directly sa kanila and it would definitely kill and stop nga yung progress nung ating fungal infection. And you would see, diba, yung ating mga new growth now ng kanilang mga leaves are all very healthy. Kumbaga, itong mga ito are just a history of this plant. These are all treated already. Makikita nyo naman yung kanilang pinaka-rosettes, yung mga new offsets nila are all very healthy. If you think na medyo pangit tignan if may mga ganitong leaves, then you can actually remove it anytime naman. Ang pangit nga namang tignan if meron tayong mga ganyang leaves, we can just simply remove them. So much better now than kanina. And lastly, you have to remember na itong ating mga Darley Sunshine, yung kanilang leaves are poisonous or toxic sa ating mga animals. Kaya if you have like some pets around you, you have to be extra careful for this kind of plant. Baka makain nila or mapaglaruan nila. And that's all for our Darley Sunshine. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.